Yo, what's up, guys? Your boy Gaijin here, bringing y'all another video on Black Clover chapter 269. And I am enjoying this little training arc of Asta's fighting the devil. So far, we got so much information on why the devil hates other devils, his backstory, his motivations, and this chapter just gave us more of the same. But before we get into this chapter, guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We are doing a giveaway at 100 subscribers, so keep that in mind. Get some free money in your pockets. So with that being said, let's get into this chapter. So we start the chapter with Asta reading Liebe's key, and he is feeling all the hatred he has towards other devils. Asta accepts his feelings and finally decides to fight, but he vows he will win. Liebe laughs at that fact that Asta said he would win. Because, I mean, think about it. Asta's body is Asta doesn't have magic. He doesn't have his right arm, and honestly, he doesn't have his use of his grimoire because Liebe is taking all the swords. But despite that, Asta vows that he will win. So they start fighting, and not watching the fight even says Asta is like the worst opponent for Liebe because Liebe can't use his actual power. He can't use anti-magic because Asta doesn't have any. So, but just because, you know, it's a worse opponent doesn't mean Liebe will actually lose. So Liebe starts taking out all the swords, the Demon Dweller's sword, the sword that has Zord's powers, just all of them, and starts chucking them at Asta. And he tried to take Yami's sword out the grimoire, but Asta wasn't having none of that. He was like, "No, fam, this sword here is mine. You're not about to use my captain's sword. Hell no." So he took it, and that's the sword he's fighting with. But even the anti-magic, Liebe said that these swords are nothing but expensive, heavy-ass scrap pieces of metal without his magic. These swords are useless without his magic. So what does Asta have that he think he could win with? So especially, he calls his magic a high-ranking demon magic, even though we know in the last chapter he was the lowest of the low. So this power he got must put him in high ranking with the other demons. But even so, like, even with all that, my boy Asta is like not phased at all. He is easily dodging these attacks that he is throwing at him, you know, blocking, moving, weaving, just easily evading all these attacks. And then it cuts back to where Liebe was sealed in a 5-leaf grimoire. He said that it felt like he was just floating in an open space, and through the whole time he was there, he's just cursing these devils, saying that he's going to kill them. He hates them. He can't forgive them for what they did to him. And eventually he got the anti-magic power, and it was around that same time he got that power that the grimoire chose Asta as its owner, a magicless human. Now we know from past chapters that grimoire can only be used by Asta because anyone who has magic, it will absorb the magic, virtually killing them. So no one else can have this grimoire except for Asta. Anyone else in a kingdom anywhere would die, because even the people with low magic have magic. You take it out and they die. So that being said, he starts going on a rage, basically saying his rage cannot lose to anything. He is gung-ho about killing all these demons, but that's okay. He just doesn't see that Asta and him are on the same team yet. But that's fine, because I think that's going to change soon. So, but Asuka basically tells him that, like, he's reading Liebe's key perfectly. Like, your swords aren't going to basically says your swords are easily dodgeable because I know where they're going to go. I'm reading your key, bro. So, and cuts to, you know, I think Nox saying it's like everything, because it showed Asta and a picture of the I think his name was Kanai. I may have got his name wrong. Leave in the comments if you know his name. The dude from the water village art, and he's like using his, like, not his ability, but his movements. So basically in my eyes, what's happening, that he is using the movements of the magic swords master he had once fought with. So he took what he knew, even though he can't use magic, and is using their kind of sword style without magic, and he's working the devil now. Like, he's pushing the devil, that little devil, to his limits, and he injures the devil through that. And because I think it's not saying it, that a powerful body has no chance with powerful magic, you know. But because the demon's magic is anti-magic, he can't use that against Asta. So with that being said, and with Asta's powerful body and his experience, he is pushing the devil. I believe that the next chapter we're going to see Asta defeat the devil, because this chapter he injured the devil, and the devil barely dodged the second strike. And that's only because in his head he doesn't want to lose this fight, because he wants to defeat all the devils, but he doesn't know. He's not reading that Asta wants the same thing. He doesn't want all the devils up here terrorizing his people, terrorizing any humans. But like I said, Liebe dodged the second strike, and that's where it ended. Now I have some questions, not necessarily theories. I just have questions about who is Asta's mom. Now, Lucida could be Asta's mom. We know that. It would make sense that she is Asta's mom, because she absorbs magic and life force, and to me, that's why Asta has no magic, because she absorbed it all, and before she could absorb his life force, she sent him away. Now, I still do think Asta is from the Clover Kingdom, like, you know. I don't feel like she left him at the church. She left him with a royal family in the Spade Kingdom, and that royal family was Yuno. So it would just make more sense of why him and Yuno were together at the church, rather than her standing outside the church first and Yuno just happened to be there and they're wearing the same clothes. So it just makes sense. So, and if it's not his mom, obviously his mom had a child. So obviously that Lucida is Asta's either mom or descendant, and either way, whoever his descendant was took his magic away from him. So that's where we're at now. Absolute fire. This chapter was fire, guys. I know I'm saying it all the time, but I mean, y'all read it too. Like, so much information, so much plot development, and it's great. I'm loving Black Clover. So if y'all guys love Black Clover too, hit that subscribe button, because I'll be doing this whenever Black Clover drops a chapter. I may start covering the anime when they start going over the actual arc we're in now, but we'll see. If y'all like Black Clover content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because I'm gonna bring that to y'all. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate everyone who's been rocking with me so far. This has been Gaijin from Gaijin Retreat, guys, and I'm out.